Hi, kindergartners. Today we're going to read a story. It's a math story called Mouse Count by Ellen Stoll Walsh. Mouse Count. One fine day, some mice played in the meadow. They were careful to watch out for snakes. But when the mice got sleepy, they forgot about snakes and they all took naps. I'm getting a little nervous, are you? While they slept, a hungry snake went looking for dinner. On his way, he found a nice big jar. "I will fill this jar with dinner," he said. It wasn't long before he found 3 mice, little, warm, and tasty, fast asleep. "First, I will count them, and then I will eat them up," said the snake. "Mouse count. 1, 2, 3. He dropped them into a jar, but he was very hungry. 3 mice were not enough. Soon he found 4 more mice, little, warm, and tasty, fast asleep. And he counted 4, 5, 6, 7. But the snake was very, very hungry, and 7 mice were not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At last, he found 3 more mice, little, warm, and tasty, fast asleep, and he counted them. 8, 9, 10. 10 mice are enough. "Now I'm going to eat you up, little, warm, and tasty," said the snake. "Wait," said one of the mice. "The jar isn't full yet." Well, that's true, huh? And look at that big mouse over there. The snake was very greedy. He hurried off to get the big mouse. And while he was gone, the mice rocked the jar one way and another way. Do you see how they're working together to rock that jar? What do you think's going to happen? Until over it went. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The little mice uncounted themselves and they ran home. The snake reached the big mouse, but it was only a cold, hard rock. And when he got back, the jar was empty. I feel pretty relieved. Those mice were pretty smart working together. Well, since this book is called Mouse Count, I thought it might be fun if you did some counting. Now, I don't have any mice, and maybe you don't either, but I do know what you have in your tote bag. You have a little Ziploc bag that has some animals in it. Some kids might have dinosaurs. Some kids might have bears. Some kids might have cats or dogs. They're different animals in different bags. In the classroom, I don't have any of those things, but I have some frogs. I found a jar in the recycling, just a plastic jar. But maybe you have another kind of jar, or maybe you don't. Maybe you think, what could I use? You could use any kind of container. You could use an old yogurt container that's cleaned out. You could use a bowl. You could use a cup, as long as it fits all of your animals. All right. So just like in the book, you're going to count out 10 animals. And one by one, you're going to put them in the jar. And then we're going to uncount them and take them out. Count them as we put them in, uncount them as we take them out, just like in the story. So you need a jar, you need some mice, or some kind of animal. And I would say practice one time, because next what you're going to do in Seesaw is you're going to record yourself counting them and uncounting them. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have 10 in my jar. Now I'm going to uncount them. Uncount them is really just a funny way that this author, Ellen Stoll Walsh, decided to say counting backwards. So we're going to count backwards as we take them out. How many do we have? 10. 10, 9, 8, they're hopping, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now my jar is empty. So go ahead and practice with your own container and your own animals. And then, when you're ready, record yourself counting and uncounting, counting backwards. And let me see it in Seesaw. All right, kindergartners, can't wait to see.